Welcome to Slow Unpacking, where we unpack magic but take our sweet time with it. Today we unpack a booster from Kaldheim, the snowy plane of heavy metal. Priest of the Haunted Edge by Aaron Miller. The Haunted Edge is not really a place. This priest probably lives in the vast lands of King Narfi, a king that has inherited an elven longship. The ship enables Narfi to raid all the lands, and so Narfi did, until the elves came to collect their debt. Narfi took a deal with a stranger, who promised to defeat the elves, and that he would save Narfi's people from death. He did, and now they are all zombies. Now this particular Santa Claus zombie shows us where the people of the Frost King get their power from the frozen lands that keep their dead bodies refrigerated. Beskir Shieldmate by Manuel Castagnon. Flavor: if we fall today, let us fall with honor, defending our realm from the horrors that would defile it. Forward, shieldmates, to Starnheim! Our first example of people trying to get to Starnheim. In this set, you will see that a lot. I want to note the motif of fire in the background here, with thunder above, and also the runic patterns on those soldiers' armors. You will see that a lot as well. The interesting part here is that this army does not mind going in and then dying, as they know they will be replaced with new soldiers very soon. The Beskir is a clan of Vikings that stand for the protection of the code of laws, which is, of course, very in color. They try to make sure that there will be peace between the clans as a whole. Small fights are allowed though. Do remember that the code of laws state that every time you bring harm, you must compensate for it. Iron Verdict by Brian Sola. Flavor: you'll raid nothing but mist in Istval. We have seen Brian before, with Magmatic Channeler from Aegar. Now we see an artwork that might be just as good in its own way. The sun shining through the axe, the people in the back resemble the misty spirits of Istval, and we cannot see the executioner's eyes, making us feel very alone, and forcing us to try to relate to the only sweat-drenched eyes we see. This is why this is my second favorite art for this pack. We see a person with anguish in his not so beautiful face. Why? Because he is being sent to Istval. It is the people of Karnheim's goal to get into Starnheim, where you can only go if you have died in glorious acts. This guy is being verdicted to a death of shame. This is the worst ending for a Viking, being killed without the chance for eternal glory, when you were tapped just before you could even get into battle. As we see the banners flying behind them, signifying a battle was about to happen. Draugr Thief by Dan Scott. Flavor: the worst part is that you won't even remember how much he's taken from you. We have seen Dan last week with Raging Redcap, another piece of art that made you not want to look at the mouth of the creature for too long. Really, please don't. A Draugr is a kind of zombie from the same lands of our previous priest. They live because of their lust for more power. This one, I assume, is from Brine Barrow, a vault of immeasurable treasure where raiders have gone and where they always describe immense treasure, and we don't know why, but the raiders always return with a handful of coins and describe them as massive chests of infinite bounty. Something has altered these raiders' minds, and it is depicted through this card's milling. This is how magic often represents mind robbery. And this one is even cooler, as it lets you scribe for your opponent in a way. Squash from Caio Monteiro. Flavor: the troll had recently crushed a human in much the same way. Sadly, he expired too quickly to appreciate the irony. It seems like peak comedy like this is mostly in red. Or is that just my sense of humor? Also, this card deals 6 damage, the perfect amount of damage for a classical giant. That is just lovely. I would not want to expire like this. I would rather be a pack of milk at the back of my fridge. Look at his hand, just the details, and then the tusk of the troll. Is that not interesting how the details are just so detailed? Also, a human can be squashed in the same manner by this troll, so try to imagine the giant's size. It must be massive. Snakeskin Veil by Matt Stewart. Flavor: does a serpent roar and chase its prey? No. A serpent waits silently for oblivious prey to draw near. If you see snakeskin of this size, you should probably be as wary as this person is right now. Even though this person seems to be using it to hide, hence the hexproof. He is even as sneaky to increase his strength with it. This is how I would imagine the subtle strike art from 2 weeks ago to play out. I personally like these kinds of effects as I am a bit of a merfolk fan. Merfolk are snakes too in a sense, and they love protecting their friends and growing them. Lastly, look at the skin in the front and then look to the right. You can see the true length of this snake now. Snakeskin is also the official common of this pack. Last week we saw another card that is always a great inclusion in pauper decks. Wait, is this our first recurring segment? Should I have a jingle now? My friend Draugr Pauper says this would be his pick for the most potent pauper card from this pack. In this case we have an instant that can protect and grow your creature. With all the removal running around, this card is definitely made deck worthy there. Tuskeri Firewalker by Victor Adam Minguez. Flavor: Toralf blessed me with fire. I am worthy of Starnheim. The Tuskeri are a people that live to boast. Here we see a berserker that boasts that he has been blessed. The Tuskeri are known for their recklessness. Their leader has fought a troll more than twice his size in a headbutting contest. Apparently setting things on fire is a great blessing. I feel like this impulsive draw is being linked with fire and how it can tell the future. Him boasting about it might push him to this goal of reaching Starnheim, the end goal where you can drink with the gods and share the stories of your great life. This Tuskeri is blessed by Toralf, who is very fitting god of fury, who also likes to do the impossible all the time, and he is the god that can command lightning as well. He has probably set this battlefield on fire himself, and that's why this dude likes to think that he has been blessed. Funeral Longboat by Donato Giancola. Flavor: cast onto the windless water, he drift until the sea turned to sky. Saga of the Lost King. Funeral Longboat is the only card in Starnheim mentioning the Saga of the Lost King, but the flavor is still interesting. These people believe that the earth is flat. When you push off a boat, the sea eventually will turn into the sky. Longboat funerals are very trendy for Vikings. They probably just want to be together with the sea for the rest of their afterlife. I want to ask you a question. Why do you think this boat would ever be crewed by a live creature? And why is this funeral longboat seen as a vehicle? I don't know. I am asking you. Dogged Pursuit by Jason Rainville. Flavor: Caio had stalked countless horrific foes, but never one that killed with such callous precision and twisted creativity. Caio has become a monster hunter now. She hunts one of the largest threats to all of life in the multiverse. In the story she is hunting a faction called Wolfskulljacck. This monster stands for being the perfect apex hunter. Even more deadly than Icoria's apex hunters. Way more even. He becomes stronger with every creature he eats. Even Caio's hunting skills were not enough here, and she can only admire for Clack's powers. Oh, and about ships, I do officially state that I ship Caio and Tyvar. Masked Vandal by Jason A. Engle. A masked vandal? Well, politics aside, vandals were a people in another time that lived near modern Italy. They did destroy Rome, so destroying an artifact is pretty correct. Though I do wonder, this mystical being, it wants to destroy stuff? Maybe it just does not like artifice and wants to return the world to nature. Shapeshifters of Kaldheim stand for curiosity. They live between humans for big parts of their life, just to learn their secrets. Think of this one as a younger shapeshifter who is testing the reaction humans have when he makes their toys disappear. The art lets you focus on the magic ball, and then when you look a little bit longer, you get creeped out by the shifter's hands and cloak, and man, the trees of Luchara have been distorted, as they are just as malleable as the shapeshifters of the plane. The mask, of course, standing for the shapeshifters' need to stay hidden, as the shapeshifters are these hooligan tribe of people that destroy artifacts. They are not liked, hence the masks hiding their true identities. Immersturm Skullcairn by Cliff Child. Man, what a name this card has. The art does reflect it, which is impressive. Imagine walking here and actually you can't. That is how deadly this land is. Would you like to sit on that throne of skulls? I would not either. The colors are just so rakdos and the motif of lightning is continued in the form of thinner, more stingy bolts. The fact that these motifs are warped to such a demonic extent makes this my third favorite art piece of this pack. Its ability lets you hurt someone, then hurt someone. This is very expected when I look at this card. Immersturm is the plane of demons. They are being kept here with powerful wards and they have been rotting away here, gathering a lot of anger that they wish to unleash daily. They have been exiled to this place, but look at the bones. Apparently, there were humans here before. Pretty unlucky. Fun fact, Immersturm has a volcano that has magma that consists of the blood of all fallen creatures of Kaldheim. Neat. Draugr's Helm by Joe Slucher. Another Draugr card. Here we see its helm. The equipment is from a cycle that summons the being that belongs to it. Just look at the design of this helm. Think about what kind of person would wear this. Pretty metal or dead, which seems to fit. The card is pretty strong on its own and it seems like it could have been iconic. I do love the choice of simple background for this artifact. The fact that it is green makes me think of Nordic lights, cold and the dead. That is pretty unique. Aegar the Freezing Flame by Wolfskulljacck. Talking about names fitting the art. Aegar the Freezing Flame and Wolfskulljacck, those names were made for this art. Or actually the other way around, of course. The art is red. Look closer to the ground and you can see the people that Aegar is incinerating. Pretty cool. Aegar is the child of the king of the fire giants and the frost giantess. He has the strength of both groups. His goal is to unite fire and ice, which seems like a harsh task to me. But within him it has happened, so there is a chance. I want to note that even though Aegar is incinerating people, he must have a kind soul if he wants to unite his people. Ice and flames are this card's colors and I love the Izzet spell matter's improvements over the years. Without the white of Jeskai, they are all about doing as much massive damage as possible. Glorious Protector by Pindorsky. Yes, this is exactly how a Glorious Protector should look. This angel will protect you. Just imagine seeing this on the battlefield. Especially when she was foretold. Then you are definitely happy to see this angel cleric. Just look at the colors of these wings. How beautiful the colors are. We also see lightning once again and the boats are of course on fire. This angel is ready to protect us and I trust this angel to do it as well. The last art related thing is the dog that has geese heads on it, which is awesome. And also a part of why it is my favorite piece from this pack. This angel protects you under his wings and then lets you free when she has fought for you. Glorious, I mean look at it again, it is glorious indeed. Snow Covered Plains by Adam Paquette. This is a snowland and we see how it is different. It has snow on it, duh. What is the same is the fact that this land is flat. And we even see some grass growing between the patches of snow. Talk about Nordic resilience. I have recently been called out for calling too many pieces of art swoosh whoosh art. But I can't not do it here. Look at how soft the snowy plains look like wisps of clouds. Now imagine Bruce Dahl running through it with his herd. That's just majestic. Dwarf Berserker token by Olivier Bernard. I want to keep this one short. Were you looking for a Viking image? Well, this is exactly it. This is top down design from top to bottom. Long beard, pointy axe, big boat, drinking horn, runes, oh and the boat is on fire right now. The motifs from before, this is their archetype. Perfect. Hey, you have watched my video, that's a weird concept. If you are here, you must have enjoyed it at least a little. Good news! Next week will be a new video. I want to once again thank Draugr V. Pauper for his expertise, Brioche and Dice Drive for all of their feedback, and you for watching. See you next week.